bros. Oh shit!
What happened?
I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I think that's a new record on this podcast. Is it less than 5 seconds?
Dude, I don't know what happened. I was just like, I blanked.
We say the same damn thing every week.
I know. Shut up. Okay. What up, bros? You're freaking dumb. This is the All Bros podcast. I'm your retarded host, Caleb.
I'm the smart one, Jonathan.
We are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we got some adventures in hunting. We got a few new pops that have been released and have come out. Kind of just all over the place.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, at least 2 are Disney Park exclusives.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple of them are not.
Yeah.
Then we got 3 new Blu-Rays coming out this week. We don't got anything for Through the Wall news, so we're going to skip that one. And then skip straight to this week's sneak peeks, where we're going to talk about Little Women. Trailer a movie starring Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson.
Yeah. Trailer just dropped today, which is Tuesday the 13th.
Yep.
August. And I completely totally forgot that this was a book until it said it in the trailer. I was like, oh yeah. So I felt dumb.
I knew it was a book. I've just never read the book.
I haven't either.
Because I'm uncultured.
I kind of want to read it before the movie comes out, but I don't know. I told myself that when It came out. But here we are 2 years later, and It Chapter 2 is what, like 2 weeks away?
Yeah, we're probably not going to get to reading that.
No. And the thing is, I have it. I bought the book. Ay.
Then after that, we are going to talk about what's in the box.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm still super
I was
proud.
going to bring that up. The title that Caleb is still so proud of. As he should be.
Yep, and then for our main event, we are going to have a Harry Potter movie showdown.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Sure is. So, with that, let's say we get started.
Let's do it.
Alright, first off, in Adventures in Hunting, pop figures. We got quite a few announcements. Not like a whole ton, but a decent amount. So the first one that we're going to talk about is a new Nightmare Before Christmas figure, and it's Jack Skellington on the fountain.
And this looks fantastic, and I kind of want it, but I don't collect Nightmare Before Christmas pops, so I'm torn.
It could just be a really cool display piece.
That's true, but I don't have the room.
Yeah, that's true. That's the issue. That's the issue here with everything that we do. There's just so many figures, not enough space.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks friggin' great, though. It
does. It really does. Like, Funko's outdone themselves with this one.
Yeah, they have. I never thought that we would get to a point, especially with, like, the earlier figures where they were just so, like, the bodies were so bulky.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd get to a place where they would be able to, like, do, like, a scene from a movie.
Like, who would have thought, like, I never would have thought in a million years that they would actually do a movie moment of Cap holding, like, trying to, I don't think he's, like, trying to take it off, but, like, when, you know, like, Thanos tries to punch him and he just grabs the gauntlet, like, I never thought in a million years that Funko would turn that into a movie moment, but they did, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So yeah, that one's not a Disney exclusive, is it?
No, it is a Box Lunch exclusive, and I believe it comes out the 20th of this month.
Lunch.
Yeah, Box Lunch.
That's one I want to see in person.
Yeah, right.
Not one I'm going to get ever, but one I want to see.
Yeah, I would assume it's probably going to be like $30. So let's just hope it doesn't sell out before we get to the store and we look at it.
We just go there to admire sometimes.
Yep.
The next figure we got is a Disney exclusive. It's a basketball Mickey.
Yes.
And
to me, like, I love Mickey Mouse, but I feel this is kind of like what's the word? Like a lazy exclusive.
it is.
Like,
it's really
it doesn't
lazy.
really, like, I think that this should have been like a Target exclusive or like a box lunch exclusive. I don't think this works for a Disney Parks exclusive.
Yeah, because it's like NBA.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you sell it like at an NBA game or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could have totally like made this like a Foot Locker exclusive.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. But no.
Yeah, we're not in charge of marketing at Disney, obviously, because we're too good at it.
Yeah. We should be, though. We should be in charge of where the exclusives go. Like, we would kill at this Funko. We'd kill it.
Yeah, we totally would. I mean, when it comes to, like, anything else that we're not interested in, we're going to, like, be real shitty at the job. But when it comes to stuff that we're interested in, we have ideas.
Every exclusive that we want, we'll send a Hot Topic and box lunch, and then we'll send the rest to the other places. So anything Hawkeye or Ghostbusters that has to be an exclusive is going to Hot Topic or box lunch.
Dude, if I worked with Funko, I'd probably, like, the time I would just be like, I need to take this one as a sample. Yeah, so next we got Albert Einstein.
Which, this one looks awesome.
It is pretty good.
I think I actually will probably pick this one up. And it's a common, too, so I don't have to worry about fighting someone over it.
Yeah, not one that I want, but it's a cool figure. I wonder if they're just doing like historical figures.
I think they are, and I'm actually okay with that because I've loved what they've done so far. Like, I still need to pick up George Washington and Benjamin Franklin, but I love the Abraham Lincoln pop. I love the Uncle Sam pop. Like, those two are like some of my favorites, recent favorites that I've gotten. I love those pops.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen those. I haven't gone out hunting in a really long time.
You're not missing much. Well, okay. No, I mean, there's been some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I think the last one that I saw that was I thought was really cool was the Triton at Hot Topic.
A what?
King Triton from Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah, I was tempted to pick that one up.
That one's like really cool.
Yeah, that one's really cool. I'm tempted to pick up the 10-inch Ursula. Have you heard they're coming out with that? And it's not an exclusive. It's just a common. Kind of
shit.
The same as the 10-inch Pennywise.
Oh shit!
Can you imagine a 10-inch Pennywise?
Hell no.
I just want
Screw that. I'm like terrified of the Pennywise I do have.
I think I would probably take a 10-inch Pennywise over a 10-inch Ursula.
Oh, I would too. But
I want it. Ah, shit. But I feel you got to take that one out of box.
Like 10-inch Pennywise?
Yeah, like, right?
Yeah.
It would look. It looks too
you
good.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I told honestly though, I will probably take my 10-inch Stay Puff out of the box because the box is like so badly beaten.
Ooh.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. I just think that one would look a lot cooler outside of the box. Will I do it? Probably not, but I guess we'll find out.
Yep. So the next figure that we got is another historical author.
Yes.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yep.
And this one's okay.
Yeah, it looks good, and that will be a BAM exclusive.
We don't have a BAM here in the area, do we?
No, I don't think we do. So I mean, you can still get them online though.
Oh,
I think they have. I want to say they have a website. Yeah, I think I've been to it before.
I feel like they did am I crazy, or did they do like a concept art? Or did I see a concept art for this one like years ago?
I think you did. I think you're right.
Yeah, I feel like someone mocked one up, did some like fan art for Edgar Allan Poe. Because it has like, I remember the Raven and everything. But it's really cool.
It is a very cool pop.
Not one I'm going to get because I don't read Edgar Allan Poe. Because like I said, uncultured.
I mean, it kind of just depends. I probably won't get it either just because I don't know how much BAM charges and I don't know how much their shipping is. So, knowing my luck, it will probably be like $20 after, and I don't think the pop's worth $20.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and then the last figure that we got is a Splash Mountain 3-pack with the Brer creatures.
Yes. Got Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear.
Brer Bear.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, no thanks.
These look fantastic. I've never ridden Splash Mountain because I don't remember my trip to Disneyland. I don't know how I don't remember it, but I don't. But I really want this set. Will I be able to get it? No. But I can dream, right?
Yeah, I've ridden Splash Mountain a few times. I think I talked about this last week, but
yeah
it's one ride that I cannot get a good picture on.
Because like the whole like drop at the end.
It's never like, it's not that I'm like looking for like a perfect picture moment, like one that I would post in like the school yearbook or anything.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't look like I'm having a good time. And I need to find the pictures that I have at Disneyland and post those.
I've got to see these.
Yeah, I'm going to find those. Like I might do this as soon as we're done recording.
Okay.
But yeah, I have never taken a decent ride or picture, and especially on Splash Mountain.
That's just too funny.
Like I look terrified. Like there's even one where I'm like trying to force a smile by like yelling, and it still looks like I'm like,
Oh, I wish you guys could have seen his face right there.
I'll post a picture and they can.
So we actually forgot one Disney exclusive coming out, which will be to D23 Expo. The 4-pack of the Dapper Dans.
The Dapper Dans.
Yeah, they're a group that do you know about them?
I don't know anything about the Dapper Dans.
So they're a group that performs in I know they perform in Disneyland. I don't know if they also perform at Walt Disney World. I'm sure they do. But yeah, they just like kind of like walk Main Street and do shows and stuff. I've heard they're like really good. Like it's something you don't want to miss when you go to Disneyland.
Well, I've missed it a couple times.
Well, you didn't have a complete Disneyland experience apparently.
I'm not going back. I don't want to go back. It's so expensive.
Everyone says that, but then they're like, you know what? I'm going back.
Yeah. If I could afford to go, I probably would. But I can't.
I would too. I don't understand how people can afford $125 a day.
Ugh. Just saying that out loud.
And that's not even a park hopper ticket.
That's just for Disneyland?
Yeah, I think so. I think Park Hopper is like I think Park Hopper is like 160 or 180.
Lord.
Yeah, just to go to Disneyland, it's 120, I believe.
I think I'm just going to keep exploiting my cousins that work there that I never talk to.
There you go. Smart man. Smart man.
So yeah, the only Dapper Dan that I've ever heard of was the from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm a Dapper Dan man. Yeah, that's the only Dapper Dan I know.
Well, now you know the other Dapper Dans.
Yep. All right, moving on to Blu-rays, unless you got anything else in Pops.
No, I got nothing.
Okay, so moving on to Blu-rays. We got 3 new Blu-rays coming out this week. We got Brightburn, we got The Hustle, and we got A Dog's Journey. So, first one, Brightburn. Basically, evil Superman.
I know this got bad reviews, but I still want to see it. Like, really badly.
It got bad reviews?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, how bad?
Like, let's find out, shall we? Rotten Tomatoes, here we come.
Yeah, so while you're pulling that up, this whole movie, we haven't talked about it a lot, but this whole movie is just a James Gunn's idea of what would have happened if Superman was a serial killer.
That's so intriguing. Like, come on.
It is super intriguing.
Okay, so not horrible. It has a 57. That's actually not awful for a horror movie.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad.
So it says, although Brightburn doesn't fully deliver on the pitch black promise of its setup, It's still enough to offer a diverting subversion of the superhero genre. And then the audience score is a 67%. All right. I mean, I'm going to rent it. I'm not going to buy it.
I want to watch it first.
Yeah, it's not a blind buy for me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Brightburn. So the next one we got is The Hustle, and I've only seen the first trailer for this.
Yeah, I do too. All I remember really isn't it like Anne Hathaway like teaches Rebel Wilson some stuff?
Like spy shit.
Yeah, I think so.
I love Rebel Wilson, and I feel like Anne Hathaway does really good in comedic
roles.
roles.
I can only handle Rebel Wilson in like she's funny, but I can't handle like a movie where like maybe she's like in the full spotlight. I can only take her in little bits and pieces. Not saying she's a bad actress, because I think she is good, but I don't know. Just sometimes her like comedy is like a little too like in your face.
It is very in your face, and it's kind of like what I feel Melissa McCarthy does a little bit.
But the funny thing is, like, I'll watch something with Melissa McCarthy before I watch something with Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson's just overly funny, or tries to be funny a lot more than Melissa McCarthy does.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like it's in Ghostbusters, for example. There was a lot of like stuff that happened to Melissa McCarthy's character that I feel wasn't like super forced, but it was like to get a laugh.
Yeah.
Hers is, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Rebel Wilson's is just kind of stupid funny. And it gets old really quick.
Like, I feel the movies that I enjoy her the most in are actually the Pitch Perfect movies.
Yeah. But, like, even those ones, like, they're, like, the humor in those, like, yes, she's funny, but even the humor in those, it gets old.
It does. I agree.
Like, with the whole, I'm trying to remember, so the first one, when she got a burrito thrown at her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm hit, like, I was just like, okay, like, calm down, it's a burrito.
The funniest joke that she has in the first one is when she walks up to the Bella's display or tryout table that they have when they're what's that called when like campuses have like kind of like all these clubs set up in a row.
I don't know, I'm not in college.
I don't
like
even
a
know
club fair.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. I like that. But so like they're like, oh, what's your name? And she's like, Fat Amy. Fat Amy, and they're like, yeah, why are you called Fat Amy? So stuck up bitches like you don't say it behind my back. I'm like, that's funny. That's very funny. But yeah, the whole burrito thing like kind of like ruined her character, and that like honestly, I didn't even laugh at that part.
The burrito?
Yeah,
neither did I.
I'm like,
I was just like, big deal. It's a freaking burrito.
Like, oh my gosh, like they're playing off like, oh my gosh, she got shot. Like, this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah, like, I would have laughed harder if it was, like, a paintball.
Okay, yeah,
or something like that. But, like, a burrito? I mean, come on. Like, I think it would have been, like, it would have been funnier had she, like, caught it.
That actually would have been pretty badass.
Right? Like, if that would have been something that happened, so instead of it, like, hitting her and it exploding, if she caught it and then ate it...
She's always been worthy.
Yeah, but Anne Hathaway, I think
I'll watch anything with Anne Hathaway. I love Anne Hathaway.
I think she's kind of an underrated comedic actress.
She is. I agree. Honestly, like, I think just because she's very funny in them, but she can also be very dramatic. Some of my favorite movies with her are the Princess Diary movies.
Those movies are really good.
I actually love the sequel more than I love the first one. I really enjoy the sequel.
Yeah. I remember having to sneak watch these movies for completely different reasons. My mom was okay with me watching that movie. Or both of them.
Okay.
My dad, on the other hand, had different thoughts.
Thought it was too girly?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't want to look like...
Less of a man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, now, I could give a shit. I'm like, whatever. I freaking love this movie.
Respect.
Like, I admit to like crying with the Notebook.
I've never seen The Notebook, so.
But I watch it when I'm sick and emotionally vulnerable. So I feel like that's a little unfair, but it's something I watch like every time I get sick. But yeah,
that's really funny actually.
Yeah, so I remember like watching it and then like switching over to like something violent. And he's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, Monster Trucks." And he's like, that shit's stupid, right? And I'm like, yeah. And then I switch it back to Princess Diaries.
Dude, my go-to, because I love chick flicks, and I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm sick, the two movies I always go to are Mean Girls and John Tucker Must Die.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You haven't?
Mm-mm. I don't think I have.
Oh, but
I have seen Mean Girls. Okay, and I freaking love Mean Girls.
I was going to like slap you if you hadn't seen Mean Girls, because that is my favorite chick flick of all time. That movie is just so quotable. Like, oh my gosh. Awesome.
Dude, I love how young... Oh, shit. What's her name? McAdams.
Oh, Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, Rachel. I love how young she can play.
Right?
Like, there was a game night. She was in that, and she's freaking hilarious.
I still haven't seen that. And I bought it.
It's a good one.
Okay.
Like, it's not great, but it's fun.
How's Jason Bateman in it?
Jason Bateman. Oh, he plays her wife or her husband.
Her wife? Oh, okay.
No, he plays her husband, and he was good.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I found he's
one that I don't know why, but I always feel like I don't like him.
Really? I always like him.
I know. I like him. That's like the issue I have. Like I always like anytime I see a movie that he's in, I'm always like, oh, he's gonna be playing like an asshole or something, and I feel like I'm not gonna like him in this movie.
Do you feel he kind of has that face?
He does. He has like that face that I'm like, there's just something I don't like about you.
If you want to see a movie where he actually is an asshole, watch Bad Words.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
You haven't?
Yet.
Okay, yeah, he's a complete asshole in that movie.
Yeah, but every movie that he's been in, where he's not an asshole, I love. Because he's usually like who I would be in a certain situation, like with Bad Boss,
Horrible Bosses.
Or Horrible Bosses. Yeah, like that's who I would be.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So
I don't even know out of the three who I would be.
I think you'd be him too.
I agree. Yeah, I wouldn't be Jason Sudeikis or Charlie Day. Charlie Day, I feel that would be Christian.
Oh yeah, for sure. The crazy one.
Yeah. That always
actually, I feel like I would be Jason Sudeikis in that. If like in a normal situation, if it was like anyone else. Yeah. So if it was like us three, I'd be Jason Sudeikis, kind of just hearing what Christian was saying and being like, yeah, and like getting hyped up from him. If it was like my brothers,
yeah,
I would definitely be Jason Bateman.
All right. That's fair.
Because I'm a very just like, you guys are so stupid. But I don't know what it is about Christian. I freaking get like hyped up.
No, he I don't know. He's not manipulative, but he knows how to talk you into something.
Yeah.
Like he's talked us into quite a few things.
Yeah, true that. Nothing we weren't already down to do.
Yeah,
we just need to be reminded that we were down for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless that's what he manipulated us into thinking.
I knew it.
Anyway. We didn't talk about The Hustle at all.
No. Kind of went from Rebel Wilson to Anne Hathaway, then to, which Horrible Bosses characters would we be?
Yep. So the last Blu-ray that we got is A Dog's Journey.
Which is the sequel to A Dog's Purpose. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, actually, what is A Dog's Journey? I don't think it is.
I think it is. I think it's kind of like the sequel to that.
I thought...
Because isn't it Josh Gad voicing it again?
I think so.
Because if it's Josh Gad, it's a sequel.
Oh yeah, shit, it is. Oh wait, I thought this movie hadn't even come out yet in theaters. When did this movie come out?
I feel like it came out a while ago. I feel like the reason we didn't really know about it, or we didn't know that it was going to come out this soon, was because the damn Orem Mall still has its poster up.
No, that was for a Dog's Way Home. That was for a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. There's like so many damn dog movies.
Yeah, there are. I mean, shit.
Okay, so it has a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
But yet a 93% audience score. Damn.
That is a big leap.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, this came out May 17th.
This came out in May?
And it's already being released on... Damn, that was fast. Well, I mean...
Well, it's 3 months.
Yeah, and Endgame came out at the end of April, and that just got released. So, okay, it works. I don't know, I'll honestly actually probably rent this because I kind of enjoyed A Dog's Purpose.
I liked it too.
Except for that cat scene. Not going to talk about that. Shut up.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's probably not one I'm going to actively go and try and see. I'm not even going to rent it. I think I'm going to wait till it gets on like a streaming service.
I think I might too, actually. Like once it hits like Netflix, then, or even Hulu or Amazon Prime.
It's going to be like if it hits one of those streaming services and I have absolutely nothing else to watch.
I feel you there.
But I will usually go back. Like, if there's something that I just kind of don't want to see, I'll go back and watch something else.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting concept that, like a dog lives so many lives. I think that's a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
But I feel like it can be better executed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So that covers everything we got in Blu-rays. Got anything else?
No, but everybody go and buy Avengers Endgame. Just do it if you haven't bought it yet. That is all.
Okay, moving on to this week's sneak peeks. We got Little Women with Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson.
Emma Watson wasn't in this trailer a lot.
No, she wasn't. This is very much a Saoirse Ronan movie.
Which I'm actually okay with because she's a very good actress.
Dude, she's amazing.
Like, damn. Like, I actually want to see this movie just because of her. Like, she made me want to see this movie.
Yeah. I love Saoirse Ronan. Like, there's...
What else is she in?
Good question. I could not tell you her movies off the top of my head, but
What?
I do know she's in that one movie with Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
I remember. It's like the Crown.
The Crown?
That's not The Crown. That's a Netflix show.
Wait, Saoirse... How do you spell Saoirse?
Good question, because she spells it really weird.
I think I actually spelled it right.
Bullshit.
Wait, let's find out. Oh yeah, no, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, that's an interesting way to spell it.
Yeah, I told you. Like, everyone, like, I only know this because I've watched so many videos of her trying to explain how she says her name.
That's funny.
Because I always want to say Saoirse.
Saoirse. That's fair. I could see. Yeah, I'd want to say that too. Okay, so she was the main girl in Lady Bird. I never watched that.
I haven't either.
She was in The Lovely Bones, Brooklyn, Hannah, Little Woman, Mary Queen of Scots. Oh, that's the one with Margot Robbie.
Yeah, it's not.
She was in the Grand Budapest Hotel? I still haven't watched that movie, but that's cool that when I do eventually watch it, I'll be looking out for her.
Let me see. I will. Have I? You haven't listed any movie that I've seen.
I'm dead serious. That's like legit all for filmography.
Are you serious?
I think so. Maybe like actually go to her IMDb. But...
Yeah, I'm going to her IMDb.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've seen her before in something, but I don't know what. Oh, The Host. Yeah, I freaking loved her in The Host.
Wait, is that with Octavia Spencer?
No. So
I'm thinking of The Help.
Yeah, you're thinking of The Help.
My bad.
Very different movie. Let's see. Yeah, and I think I've seen The Lovely Bones. Or City of Embers. That's the one I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
And I really like those two. But yeah, I was like, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen her in something. But
yeah, I haven't seen
the
her in anything.
movies you listed, I was like, I haven't seen any of those. But I know she's a good actress. How do I know that?
Oh, it's too funny.
Yeah, so I feel like this is a really good, like, Little Women is going to be a very empowering movie.
I completely agree.
I'm really excited for it.
I'm too. Like, this trailer, like, sold me.
Yeah.
I wasn't intrigued at all before this trailer, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm down to see this.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's, like, with her character specifically, she's on a very, like, oh, I'm going to become, like, a self-made person, but because she's a woman, she has, like, societal expectations to get married and all this other shit.
Like, I like how in the trailer they point out, why is it that when it comes to a woman, they're defined on marriage? That's literally all that they're defined as.
Right.
And I love how the movie is going to go into why that, shouldn't be.
Yeah, I like how they're diving into, like, what you said, how that shouldn't be, but I'm also like what they're going to, the route that it looks like they're taking with Emma Watson's character.
Yes.
Where she feels like, I don't know the names of these characters at all.
I don't either.
But anyway,
you're fine just referring to them as the actress.
Yeah, I like how Saoirse's character is kind of trying to convince Emma's to not get married and not pursue all this other stuff because it's just like you're expected to, and she's just like, yeah, but this is what I want.
Yeah.
So I like how they're kind of taking both angles. Like, they're going from, like, I don't feel like I should be expected to get married and all this other stuff to, like, yeah, I don't feel like I should be expected to, but I want to.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I do too.
Especially as a married man.
Yeah. I'll know eventually.
Yeah. Because I feel like every man knows, like, deep down, women don't really need us.
Oh, they don't. Oh, I'll 100% admit that. They don't.
Yeah. So I'm glad that this movie's just like, yeah, we don't need you, but we want you.
Yeah. I did. The ending was really funny because I love how it circled back to the beginning of how who is she talking to again at the beginning, and he's like,
It looks like a publisher or an editor or someone.
So she's like saying like, oh, like a woman doesn't in this story, like the woman doesn't need to get married and all this stuff, and then at the end he's like, so who does she marry again? I'm like, I like the circling back to the joke. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I feel like that was supposed to be intended as a joke.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that is very close to what could have actually happened.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be surprised if she reached over the table and slapped him in the face.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I would have.
I would encourage it.
You're right.
So yeah, so that one looks like a really good movie.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah. So, excitement level for this one.
I don't know. I'm sitting probably at like a 7 or an 8.
That's where I was sitting too. Yeah. I'm sitting at a 7.
Okay.
Like, definitely one that I want to go see.
Yeah. It'd probably be like a matinee for me.
I'm on the fence about that.
Really?
About it being a matinee. I might go, not opening weekend or anything crazy like that, but if I, like, maybe a date night movie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good one. All right, cool. So moving on to what's in the box.
Aw, yeah.
So, Rose, what's in this week's box office?
We had some surprises this past weekend. At number 1, we had Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, and this movie did not have a great second weekend. It dropped 57%.
Ooh, shit.
And it only grossed $25 million.
Huh.
Yeah. what I've I saw in Beyond the Trailer, Grace Randolph pointed out that The Rock is like really promoting this movie in China because it opens next week there, and The Rock and Jason Statham are like loved there, so he's like promoting the hell out of it there to make sure that this movie performs well there.
Good call.
Yeah,
Definitely a good
very
call.
good call. So hopefully it performs well there. Because like I said, it's an enjoyable action movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's like a shut your brain off and don't really think too hard about it movie.
Exactly, that's what it is. Number 2, we got Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which actually overperformed. It grossed almost 21 million, and I want to say it was projected for like over 15, but I don't think it was anywhere close to 20 million. So that's awesome.
That's way awesome. This one I'm gonna have to watch on like a really small screen.
I gotta go see this in theaters because I remember reading the books.
I don't know if I have the balls to.
Dude, I've heard the practical effects are amazing.
That's what terrifies me. CGI I can like kind of let slide, be like, that looked fake. Practical I can't.
Yeah, true. Fair. All right, and number 3 we have The Lion King, which grossed another 20 million. Number 4, which actually underperformed, we have Dora and the Lost City of Gold, which grossed 17 million.
Good hell.
Hey, at least it made the top 5.
Dude, who thought it was a good idea to make a live-action Dora?
Yeah, but who also thought that it would actually get good reviews and get certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes?
No one.
Yeah. I never thought I'd live in a day that a live-action Dora movie is actually good.
Yeah. Modern era for you, huh?
I'm trying to think of other Nick Jr. shows that can actually be good.
That's a good question.
I know Blue's Clues was somewhat live action, but please no Blue's Clues movie.
Blue's Clues would be cool as a movie, especially if they brought Steve back.
Damn it, yeah, that's true.
Dude. But that show got real stupid after Joe left.
True.
Or not after Joe, after Steve left and Joe took over.
I liked Joe.
Joe was dumb.
You're dumb. I liked Joe. I liked Steve the most, but Joe was a good replacement.
Wait, how old were you when when Steve got replaced?
I can't remember.
Because I feel like we were too old
that's
to
true.
care about the replacement.
That's true. Okay.
Because I remember, like, Bronson was, like, losing his mind.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember, like, I at least saw, like, just, like, because I literally had nothing else to watch on TV. Like, I watched a couple episodes. What? You judging me?
I'm judging you.
What? Why?
You watching Blue's Clues as however old you were.
Shut up. It was a good show, okay?
It taught me shit.
Exactly.
All right, continue.
All right. And then at number 5, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which brought in 11 million. So, not bad. Not bad weekend.
Yeah, definitely not bad. Is this Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's second week?
Or no, it's its third week.
Third week? And still... Okay.
Wait, I think so.
How's that one doing?
Let me check. I want to say it's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, I felt like it has like the Tarantino effect, where it just kind of doesn't do well at first.
Yeah,
because like that's what supposedly happened with Pulp Fiction. Like it didn't do well when it was initially released, and then as time progressed, it got better and better.
Okay, I really hope this movie does better in foreign countries.
Why?
Its budget was between 90 and 96 million, and it's grossed 109 million.
Ooh.
It's barely broke it. But, so it releases... Oh, wait. Okay, so it's already released in Russia. I want to say tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, the 14th, releases in the UK. So we'll see how. Ooh, uh-oh. I hope
Tarantino's movies are really good.
Yeah, but he's just not a big box office draw.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because he's a good director.
He's really good. I actually just watched Reservoir Dogs this week.
How was it?
It was good. It was really good.
Okay. I still need to check out that, Django Unchained, Glorious Bastards.
I actually watched Inglourious Bastards too.
How is it?
It was good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so behind on his movies. I actually think the only Tarantino movie I've watched is Pulp Fiction.
Really?
Yeah. Wow, I suck.
Yeah, I still need to watch Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I need to watch that as well.
But I've seen Django. I've seen Pulp Fiction. I've finally watched Reservoir Dogs. I feel like there's more that I have seen. What other ones did you list?
I think you already answered if you'd seen them. The ones that... Well, because Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, Inglourious Bastards, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've seen a majority of his movies.
Well, you got me beat.
Because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's his 9th film?
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like I've watched a majority.
Okay, wait, so let's count that out really quickly. Okay, Django Unchained.
Right.
Pulp Fiction. Inglourious Bastards. Hateful Eight. Did I already say Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 4. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's 5. Reservoir Dogs. So 6. Need 3 more.
Okay. So
You got 'em.
I have his list up.
Perfect.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards, Hateful Eight, Reservoir Dogs, Django Unchained, Kill Bill.
Oh, duh.
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Do they count that as one movie or 2?
That's an excellent question. He has like a really long list on his IMDb, but how's this his 9th film?
Maybe he only had small say-sos in other films?
There's one, Death Proof.
I've never heard of that movie.
At
least I don't think I have.
Sin City.
He did that?
He's a guest director.
I was going to say, I think Robert Rodriguez did Sin City.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown.
I've never
I don't know what the hell these mean, because 4 rooms, it says segment, The Man from Hollywood.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell these mean.
This makes no sense.
But I feel like I've seen a majority. I have not seen Sin City, though.
I mean, it's technically not
Or
one of
Hateful
his films, so you don't really need to see Sin City. But yeah, you definitely need to see The Hateful Eight, as do I.
Yeah, and apparently an untitled Star Trek project.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'd be interested to see his take.
I'm down. Especially with how violent his movies are.
Dude, I'd love to see his take on, The Purge.
Dude, that would be insane.
Right? I think he could take that in amazing places.
Definitely. Absolutely. All right, so that covers what's in the box. Do we got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right, cool. So I have a trip this week or this weekend, so we're recording a little earlier. So we weren't able to get a question out this week. So yeah.
Sorry about that.
So we'll do it with the next one for sure.
Yes, I promise.
I don't know what we're going to do next time though, so hold off on that one.
Stay tuned.
All right. Well, with that, let's say we get on to the main event.
Let's do it.
Time for the main event.
It's main event time.
Let's play a game.
All right. This week's main event, we are going to be having a showdown between all of the Harry Potter movies. So, first up, we got Sorcerer's Stone that came out in 2001. So I would just have these in like the order that they came out, and we can adjust them as need be.
Yes.
So we'll just talk about a little bit what we liked about the movie, what we didn't like.
Okay.
So first off, Sorcerer's Stone.
Also known as the Philosopher's Stone.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
If you're fancy.
Yep. If you're fancy. I don't know, which way do you like to say it better?
I prefer Sorcerer's Stone.
I do too.
Because that's like what I read in the book.
Yeah.
That's
what I grew up on.
Yeah. So this one was like the one that kicked off the Harry Potter series. So it holds a special place in my heart.
Same. Absolute same.
Yeah. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. Because that's like the first time we got to see like a shit ton of stuff. We got to see our first Quidditch match. We got to see like just magic done. At least this was the first time for me.
No, same for me. And honestly, most of the special effects actually hold up.
They hold up really well.
Like the three-headed dogs in this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that surprisingly holds up pretty damn well.
Yeah. I think the only visual effect that doesn't hold up in this movie is when Harry's flying around in the little dungeon area with the keys. When he's like zooming back and forth.
I was actually thinking of the part where remember when Neville is kind of like gets taken off by his broomstick. Some of the parts when he's bouncing around, it's a little too CGI, you can tell.
That looked CGI back then too, but I think it holds
true.
up with how rough it is.
Okay.
Like it doesn't look super bad.
Okay, true. That's a good point. I'm trying to remember what scene you're talking about. It's been a while since I've seen the Sorcerer's Stone.
You remember the keys? The flying keys with the wings, and he has to go and find the broken one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, now thinking back about that, yeah, it does seem a little spotty now.
Yeah, just in certain areas.
Yeah.
A lot of the effects here seemed practical.
They did.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Like the vines.
Oh, yeah.
Like that scene was just tense. It was like insane.
Just every single actor that they picked was perfect. Like you couldn't have picked anybody else better to play Harry, Ron, Hermione, Hagrid. I'm not going to say Dumbledore because he got replaced in the third one.
Well, because he died.
I know. Sorry, that was very harsh. That was mean. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. You know, Professor McGonagall. What's the groundskeeper name?
Filch.
Yeah, Filch. I'm drawing a blank for the rest.
Like Snape.
Oh yeah, duh.
Come on, dude.
Sorry.
But
Alan Rickman, rest in peace.
Yeah, I agree with you. The cast was just perfectly cast. Yeah, I have very few issues with this movie.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So, obviously, if this is our first one, it's going to be our baseline.
Yeah.
So, that pulls us into our next one, which is Chamber of Secrets.
Where this might be a bloodbath.
It might be. So, this movie came out in 2002. And this is my least favorite out of all of the Harry Potter movies.
It's because you're afraid of the Chamber of Secrets, aren't you?
No, it's just the pacing for this movie was just a little slow for me.
Isn't that kind of how the book was? I thought that's what
I remember. The book's my least favorite too. Like the Chamber of Secrets. But don't get me wrong. I love Harry Potter. I love this movie. Just out of all the Harry Potter movies, this is my least favorite. And book. The book was also like very, very slow for me. Which doesn't make any sense because it's like that book is like super short.
That's true. Is it even as long as the Sorcerer's Stone?
I think it might be shorter than the Sorcerer's Stone.
Damn. J.K. Rowling ran out of ideas. She's probably thinking, shit, I'm only 2 books in. The hell am I going to do for the other 5?
Yeah, so this is below Sorcerer's Stone for me. I'm
going to agree. I agree it is below Sorcerer's Stone, but I'm afraid how far down the list you're going to put it? Because I feel you're going to put it at the bottom. I just know it.
It belongs at the bottom, honestly.
You're an asshole. But I don't know. You might talk me into it. Let's find out.
So, yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, even like there were some scenes that were definitely that caught my attention. Like the big ones, like the ones with the spider, the fight with the snake. It's just everything else in between. It was just
but like the beginning with how Ron's family breaks Harry out, and like just like the whole interaction that Harry gets with him and the Weasleys is just fantastic. And I love that you get to see Mrs. Weasley a lot in this movie. That just like made that's like one of the best parts of this movie, because I don't remember her name. Who was cast as? Do you remember her name?
I don't know her name.
Really, because I want to remember her name, because she was fantastic.
She was like we said, like this whole series is perfectly cast.
Yeah, there's not one person that wasn't cast well.
Yeah. So my issue with this, like, yes, there were those exciting scenes. There was the scene with, like, the opening where they're with Dobby. Even it felt like it felt good.
Yeah.
But it was just after that the pacing was just felt really slow, really drawn out, and I didn't dig it.
I can understand where you're coming from, and like I said, it'll be interesting to see if you talk me into putting it on the bottom, like you say that you want to. All right, her name was Julie Walters. That's
Julie
who played
Walters.
Molly Weasley. Yes.
Yeah, I freaking love her.
Yeah. All of the Weasleys were cast perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, I can't think of anyone that was cast badly in these movies.
Yeah, that because there wasn't anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm putting it below Chamber of Secrets.
I'd agree.
All right, next up, we got a year break from the Harry Potter series, but we came back in 2004 with Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, I got a question. Did you see any of these in theaters?
I saw all of them in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Actually,
only saw
I don't
3
know
of
if I
them.
saw the first one.
I only saw 2 in theaters. The Chamber of Secrets and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, I saw basically all of these except for Sorcerer's Stone. I think. I might be wrong.
If you didn't, understandable, because we were pretty young when it came out.
Yeah.
So.
It's in 2001. How old was I? 6?
Yeah, we were both 6. So.
Yeah, and then...
I don't know if either of our parents would have let us go to that kind of movie.
Yeah, so I think 7 is like the year my dad first took me to Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, okay.
And I think I saw all of these with my dad except for Deathly Hallows.
Part 2?
Yeah, or Part 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. Because I know we saw Part 2 together.
Yeah.
Who'd you see Part 1 with?
I don't remember.
Did
it
we
might have been a date.
Oh, you go, boy.
You're so weird. Prisoner of Azkaban, I have to put it above Sorcerer's Stone.
I'd have to agree. It's so good.
It is so good.
And Gary Oldman is Sirius Black. Oh my goodness.
Dude, the scene with Professor Lupin.
Oh, yep, him as well.
Oh! That scene, I can still feel the tension that I felt in theaters. I was terrified in theaters. And I hadn't read any of the books until, I want to say, Order of the Phoenix came out.
Okay.
Actually, that might not be true. I think I started reading the books when Goblet of Fire was announced in theaters.
See, I didn't even finish the read the books until after I saw all the movies.
Yeah, so I saw all the movies before I read the books, and I ended up liking the books a lot better.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on there.
Yeah, like you know that usually it's just like, oh, I prefer the movie if you've read or if you've seen the movie first.
Yeah.
Total opposite for me. I love the books more.
I'd have to read both the books and watch the movies again to be able to decide. It's a hard thing to decide.
Yeah. I loved the Dementors. Like the pacing on this felt very good too. Like it was very tense. It was slow where it needed to be slow, fast where it needed to be fast. Like, a lot of my issues with these movies are just pacing.
Yeah. And I feel it's not really the movie's fault. We're trying to follow as closely to the books as they could.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to pacing, it's kind of J.K. Rowling's fault. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Dude, like, what I really appreciated about all these movies is it somehow made us dive into or kind of get into the world with each movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they never showed us the same thing twice.
No, they didn't.
Like, yeah, with the first one, it just introduced us to the world, like a world that we kind of already know. And then the second one, it introduces us to, like, the flying car, the Whomping Willow, like, all of that stuff. And then the big-ass spider, like, it just... And then with
terrifying.
this one, it showed us, like, the talking heads. Like, the shrunken heads. Like, what Wizard Prison is like.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I really liked about the books, because it dived into what Azkaban is a lot better than the movies did.
But, I mean, how long was the Prisoner of Azkaban book-wise?
It was longer than the other two.
Okay.
I think it was longer than the other two combined.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So, I mean, when it comes to movies, you can understand what they had to leave out, considering they have less than 3 hours to do it.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then Patronuses were freaking awesome.
Oh, those were amazing.
Yeah, I never knew that. Like, what really, like, boggled my mind was that Patronuses were supposed to be an animal. I thought it was just like a shield at first.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too.
It, like, shrunk down to a freaking, like, a deer.
Yeah.
So, that one felt weird. But, like, once I read into it and everything, it made more sense. So, Prisoner of Azkaban above Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
And Chamber of Secrets.
Yes.
All right, Goblet of Fire. What do you think?
I'm trying to think back to how much I loved the Triwizard Tournament.
Dude, I freaking loved it.
I might have to put it above Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'm totally happy doing that.
Okay.
So, Goblet of Fire came out in 2005. And this might be my favorite Harry Potter movie.
I can understand that. It's not mine, but I can completely understand why it's your favorite.
Yeah.
Because it is a great one.
I love that we got to see Voldemort. Dude, like, I don't know what it was, but between Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire seemed like a really long time. Even though it was a year.
I think it's the long hair.
It might have been the long hair.
I think that's how I feel. Seeing like Harry and Ron with long hair, I'm just like, are we like behind 2-3 years? What the hell happened to you guys?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, loved the Triwizard Tournament. I loved, like, the intensity of the movie.
Like, even actually, I feel the underwater scenes hold up pretty well today.
It does, like, really well.
Like, it's honestly astonishing that they hold up as well as they do. And like you were bringing up with Voldemort, that encounter, like at the end of the tournament, you know, like how after he kills Cedric, and you know, like he's going after Harry, just like that intenseness just keeps building, and then you know, like Harry comes back, and you know, like he's just like crying, you know, like Voldemort's back. Like I remember, like during this, like I couldn't even like close my mouth. Like my mouth was like completely like. I had a hard time breathing.
Dude, mine too. And they did not like lessen the tension of that scene either.
No, they did
not.
They
immediately moved on to Mad-Eye Moody.
Yep.
And David Tennant can do no wrong.
Right? I didn't know that David Tennant played Mad-Eye Moody. What?
I'm pretty sure. Wait, he wasn't in Goblet of Fire? Oh my gosh. Dude, we're going to get reamed freaking hard by Victor because he's a huge Harry Potter fan.
No, you're going to get reamed hard by Victor. You're the one that said it.
Shit. No, he was in this one.
Wait, okay, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, oh shit. I'm pretty sure he was in this one.
David Tennant played Barty Crouch Jr.
In Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not a complete idiot.
Wait, so then who played Mad-Eye Moody? Because that's who I thought you were saying, like, he played him. I'm like, wait, what?
No, he didn't play Mad Eye. He played... Remember, So Barty Crouch took some polyjuice potion and transformed himself into Mad Eye.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was trying to remember.
Oh, okay. I was
like, oh shit, was he not in this one?
I was like, damn, those prosthetics were amazing if that's the case. Okay, Brendan Gleeson played Alistair Moody.
Oh, he's friggin' amazing too.
He is.
Yeah, so Goblet of Fire definitely higher than me. Or higher than Prisoner of Azkaban for me.
Completely agree.
Okay. Now it's going to get into the nitty gritty. Because these ones are different.
Like I said, it's going to be a bloodbath.
So, yeah, so Order of the Phoenix came out in 2007. This one felt like a really long time.
It did.
But it also there was a couple years in between the two. So that one kind of makes sense to me.
And they cut their hair.
They did.
Well, did Ron? I can't remember. I know Harry did. I know for the most part, Ron kept his hair pretty long.
Yeah.
Which it worked for him.
I don't think he cut his hair.
Okay.
So Order of the Phoenix. So
this is actually my favorite Harry Potter movie.
Is it?
I love this movie.
All right, you better defend this one. Because I'm not 100% certain that it's better than Goblet of Fire.
I don't think I'll be able to talk you that high.
So why do you...
Okay, so the reason why it's my favorite is because it's awesome seeing these kids like kind of like come into their own, like Harry pointed out, if all of these amazing wizards could do all these amazing things, why can't we? Just like watching them all train, learning how to master their Patronus. I don't know, just like seeing them all working together is just fantastic. And also seeing Voldemort with Lucius Malfoy, it's just an awesome movie. And I mean, the ending is depressing as hell.
The way... Ooh, shit.
Did you forget about that?
I did for a second.
Yeah.
The way that they portray that death with the absolute silence was just... It rocked me to my core.
Absolutely agree. It was... I don't know if I want to... Can I say it was like beautiful?
That's not a weird thing to say, especially about film.
Okay. It was just beautifully filmed, beautifully acted. Just
this movie, like shit. You might have talked me up, because Goblet of Fire, it was very like the highs were great. The high points were great. The low points were also great, but they weren't like super high or super low.
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix, the highs were really high and the lows were really low. Like the joy that you felt from watching them train and all this other stuff while hiding from the freaking crazy pink bitch.
Oh yeah, Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, like they got into some dark shit.
They did. They really did.
Like with Harry writing and then it, like cutting into his hand, like, oh!
Yeah, that was disturbing.
Yeah. And then, like, just like the joys of this movie and then the low points of this movie were just really well crafted.
This is the one where, I should know my favorite Harry Potter movie. Where Fred and George like decide to do all those fireworks during exams, or is that Half-Blood Prince?
Nope, that's Order of the Phoenix.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That was an awesome scene as well.
That was an amazing scene. Like I said, the highest of highs, lowest of lows, and I think it worked better than Goblet of Fire. Freaking bastard!
I am a god.
All right, Half-Blood Prince. This one wasn't my favorite.
It wasn't mine either. The beginning, though, like where they're doing like the slow motion shot of so it's like Harry and Professor Dumbledore, and you can like see Harry and like he's like all of his like disparity, like depression, and I love how it's like zooming out and it's on like one of those like motion newspapers. I thought that was a really cool way to open it.
That was an amazing way to open it. This is the scene where he apparates for the first time, right?
Yes,
Love
that was awesome. Who was the guy that Dumbledore had to go to his house to see if he'd be a professor at Hogwarts?
I don't remember his name.
I can't remember.
But I remember that he was like transformed into a chair.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and then he became the new potions master.
Yes.
And this is like another thing that we got to see, a lot of new stuff that we got to see, because Order of the Phoenix introduced us to the Ministry of Magic, right?
Yes, it did. Yep.
I mean, we got to see some of like the members of the ministry, but we never got to see the building.
Yeah.
And the building was just incredible.
It was.
I loved like the fountain.
Right.
With like the muggles on underneath and everything, and how Hermione was just like sickened by that.
That was both disturbing and breathtaking.
Right? So Half-Blood Prince, this is where they're kind of exploring the connection between Voldemort and Harry. Right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so Harry's also like friggin' kick ass with the potions, because he like sucks at potions. But then he gets this book written by the Half-Blood Prince and learns all of this crazy stuff.
Basically gives him all the shortcuts.
Yeah, exactly. I loved how Harry and Ron fought over the book.
That was great.
There was this might be my least favorite movie, or this second least favorite, because
I was going to
Chamber of
say,
Secrets.
whoa.
No, this might be like my... Yeah, I definitely preferred Sorcerer's Stone.
I'll give you that.
It's not above Chamber of Secrets. But though this might be my second least favorite movie, this is probably my favorite book. And I'm not giving it points because it's my favorite book.
Oh, no, I get that.
It's my favorite book because of like how much they dived into the backstory and how like what they did with the Half-Blood Prince's book.
Yeah.
Like there was supposed to be a scene where Harry reads this spell. Like this is like the deciding factor of him kind of getting rid of the book or not using it anymore. Or I think Hermione gets mad at him about using the book.
Classic Hermione.
Yeah, right. So Harry sees this spell and uses it on Ron, and it's like a spell where it like lifts him upside down, and like I think it like either cuts his legs or just kind of hangs him upside down, and like Ron freaks out.
I'm trying to remember this scene.
It wasn't in the movie.
Oh, sorry.
But it was in the book, and I wish that they would have put that, because they talk about a lot of what else is in the book. It's not just how to do potions and stuff.
Did they include it as a deleted scene at all?
I don't think so.
Damn it. Did they actually film it?
No.
Oh.
This is just like all in the book.
Oh. Dang it.
Like, and then like there were things like that, and then they kind of got into the backstory of Snape and James and
Lily?
Sirius and Lily, and yeah, all that. They dived into that a lot.
Why the hell did they...
Exactly.
Should have put that shit in the movie.
Yeah, like you remember, like you just got the flashback scene, right?
Yeah.
Like that. It didn't really give you anything.
No,
there was a whole chapter dedicated to.
I do remember that,
and that's why it's my favorite book.
What you really got in the movie was how big of kind of an asshole James was as a kid. Like you could understand why like Sirius was mad. You're like, I don't blame you, kid. You should have ended up with her.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, dude. So, yeah, I put it above Chamber, but not higher than Sorcerers.
I'll agree with you.
All right, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Oh, we forgot the biggest part. They killed Dumbledore in Half-Blood Prince.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen
I
it
know,
by
I'm just
now,
kidding.
you're doing something wrong with your life.
I'm trying to remember in the Big Bang Theory, I think Leonard is like just reading the books for the first time and Sheldon spoils it. Because I think Leonard pisses him off or something. He's like, Dumbledore dies in that one. He's like, Sheldon! Or something like that. I can't remember the scene.
I think wasn't it Penny that spoils one of them?
I think so. I think you're right.
So, yeah. So Deathly Hallows Part 1. This is the one where...
I know this is actually on, I feel, a lot of people's bottoms.
It's a kind of a forgettable movie.
It kind of is. But after you watch Deathly Hallows Part 2, you can understand why they had to split the seventh book into two parts. This, to me, is the only one that I feel earned being split into two parts. Twilight didn't need it.
No, absolutely not.
I don't even think the Hunger Games needed it.
No.
You could have made Mockingjay into one movie easily. Well, okay, maybe if it was like closer to 3 hours, because I think like most of them are only like 2 hours and like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you could have sped the first one up a lot.
Yeah,
Taking away a lot of the mopey scenes.
like the way that like when people like asked me when Mockingjay Part 1 was coming out, they're like, oh, like, would you recommend it? And I'm like, if you've read the book and you enjoy like the like actual like story aspect, not the Hunger Games parts, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. But if you are not invested in Katniss, Prim, Gale, Peeta, any of these characters, you're not going to enjoy it as much as someone who like really loves these characters would.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this part or these movies definitely earned their being split.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how this one opens. It opens very solemnly. Like,
isn't it when they're trying to take I can't remember where they're taking Harry, but they're taking him away from where he's lived his whole childhood. And I know, so who all is it? It's Nymph. Well, she doesn't like being called Nymphadora. Remember her?
yeah.
Okay, so it's her, Lupin, Mad-Eye, Hagrid. Oh, and then it's like everybody, and then isn't it like the others as well? Because like they're all, going as
Ron
Harry.
Hermione's there.
Yeah. Fred and George. Isn't Bill too?
Who?
Bill Weasley.
Yeah, Bill's there. Yeah, and okay, so yeah, they open up with like the taking them to the Weasley's house.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And yeah, like that was a great
That was a
opening.
very cool opening.
Very just tense. It showed that this movie had some freaking nuts.
Yeah. I feel like it showed the audience that like these are not happy times anymore. Like this shit's gonna be dark throughout. Like, sorry, there's nothing happy in this movie really.
Mm-hmm. This is not. Okay, so I'm trying to remember who kicks the bucket in this one. Because doesn't someone die on the way to the Weasleys?
Yeah, I want to say Mad-Eye does.
Was it Mad-Eye?
I think so. Yeah, because it's not because who's it? I can't remember if it was Fred or George, but like one of them is like shot by
it goes through their ear. Yeah.
What was Bill's wife's name?
He got married to Fleur.
Oh yeah, Fleur makes it back okay.
I think everyone makes it back except Mad-Eye.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because everyone else dies later.
Don't remind me.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, then they kind of go on the run from there. Like, don't they... Shit. What am I remembering?
What I remember is like I think like after the Dementors like attack the Weasleys like party, Harry's like, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm out, no one else is dying because of me, and Ron and Hermione are like, hell no, we're coming with you to basically get the items that can finally kill Voldemort.
The Horcruxes?
Yes.
Yeah, which they learned about in Half-Blood Prince. Half-Blood Prince had a lot of information leading up into the Deathly Hallows.
Yes.
But other than that, the Half-Blood Prince wasn't great.
Yeah, but the whole where Harry's like, Professor, you have to finish it. You have to finish it. Come on, you can't remember that. You can't forget that amazing scene.
No, I don't. I don't forget that scene ever. Haunts me in my dreams sometimes. So yeah, so like Deathly Hallows, they go. So which Horcruxes do they actually get? They get the one from the bank, right?
Yeah. So they get the sword of Gryffindor, right?
Right.
Yep.
So they get they get the sword, and they use the sword to destroy the goblet.
Yep. Yeah. What? No, I don't think it was the goblet.
Yeah, remember it was the little cup, the one that would like multiply and shit.
I thought they were there. What was the necklace one?
Necklace one.
Didn't they try to destroy that with the sword?
Yeah. How did they destroy the little goblet?
Damn, we really should have watched these movies before we did this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Should have.
Sorry, guys. We still know our placements of these movies, though, still.
Yeah. So they didn't, get they didn't get very far into their adventure. I think the whole first one was about them destroying the necklace, wasn't it?
I think so. Literally, the first one was them finding a place to rest, getting attacked by Dementors, running away, and then finding another place to camp. And then it was kind of like a vicious cycle. It's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure. I swear they had a goblet too. Remember? Am I crazy? The goblet that would multiply itself?
No, I don't think you're crazy. I'm just trying to remember what scene that comes into play though.
Yeah, because I remember freaking Grip Hook was just like, oh, screw you guys.
That's in Deathly Hallows Part 2. That's at the beginning.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so the goblet isn't even in this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's at the beginning of Deathly Hallows Part 2, because remember at the beginning they're on they're at the beach house and everything, and they're talking about the cup, and he's like, oh, I'm the only one that can really get in there, and all this shit. And once they get in there, he's like, oh, well, you know what, you guys are screwed, and leaves them to just get in trouble, get buried.
Okay, well, why was I remember this one for sure, at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1, Bellatrix Lestrange was cutting into Hermione, right?
Yeah.
And she was freaking out that someone got into her vault because the sword was in there?
Yes. Because I remember Grip Hook was one of the prisoners along with, I think Luna was down there too.
Yeah, Luna was down there.
Yeah. I can't remember the other guy though. I know there was Grip Hook and Luna and another one. But yeah, no, Grip Hook doesn't turn bad until Deathly Hallows Part 2.
He doesn't really turn bad. He just gives Harry the middle finger.
Yeah, it's kind of like every man for himself.
He's like, I did my part, bitch.
I think my favorite part of this whole movie, because I remember reading it in the books and so the Deathly Hallows was actually the only book that I read part of it before I saw the movies, because when I was a kid, this was the first Harry Potter book that my mom had gotten me, so I wanted to read it, even though I felt completely lost. Way
Is that
lost.
the first one you started with?
Yeah.
You're such a dick.
I know, I'm a dick. I didn't finish it. So I think that's a good thing, actually. But I do remember the whole when they go visit isn't it Luna's dad?
Yes.
And he has Hermione read the story of the three brothers, and just seeing that animated was just so gorgeous.
It was.
That's what sticks out to me the most when it comes to Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, that's definitely the highlight. I actually bought the book that J.K. Rowling released, the Tales of Beedle the Bard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I love that story so much.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So, yeah, just because we can't remember the order of events, even though there was some weird shit in this one. Like when they opened the locket, like the freaking naked Harry and Hermione.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, like, huh? Like that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
same.
I was even like rooting for them to get together, and that felt weird to me. I was like, ew, maybe I was wrong.
This one adult a little too fast.
It did. It was so weird. Like my dad almost didn't take me to that movie because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you said you saw it on a date.
The
Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My dad told me not to go take a date to that because he read that scene was in there.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, it'll be fine. It was not.
It's a great movie, right? This means there's no second date, doesn't it?
Well, it was with my girlfriend at the time, so
Oh, okay.
she had no choice.
We're done, aren't we? Just kidding.
Not too long after that, that's what happened.
Oh, shit. Well, now you know what to blame.
Yep, I'm Deathly Hallows Part 1. So, I definitely don't think it's better than Order of the Phoenix.
No.
Definitely not better than Goblet of Fire.
I don't even think it's better than The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Neither do I. Sorcerer's Stone?
I don't think it is.
No?
No.
I can give you that one.
I do think it's better than The Half-Blood Prince, though.
I think it is too. Alright, last one. Deathly Hallows Part 2.
The big one.
The big one.
I loved seeing this one in theaters.
This one was freaking amazing.
Oh,
I loved how they kind of opened it right where the other one left off.
yes. But then it just reminded me where, spoiler alert, Dobby died.
Yeah. So, this one was another weird one for me. The pacing wasn't great with this one.
I think that's, I don't know, like, when it comes to this, I feel like you have to watch these back to back.
You do,
Yeah.
definitely. But this was the one where they kind of had... Oh, no, that was the first one.
What are you talking about?
Where Harry and Hermione had that little dance of theirs when Ron ran off. That was the first one.
Yeah, that was in part 1.
Okay, so I'm remembering something different.
That was a really nice scene. I liked that a lot.
I did too. That's kind of when I was rooting for them to get together until I wasn't.
It's like until Ron came back and that scene popped up.
Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, if I'm remembering right, Deathly Hallows Part 2, definitely better than the first one.
Yeah.
So, like, what did we get in this scene? We got the Battle of Hogwarts, which was freaking...
So beautiful.
Oh my gosh. McGonagall, dude, is a freaking
Right?
badass.
I love, like, after she does, like, the whole spell of, you know, like, protect Hogwarts, she's like, I've always wanted to do that spell. I loved that part.
Yeah. I loved how they were, like, they kind of did what Marvel kind of does. Have something dark and deep, but end it with a joke. In a way. Like, that's kind of what Joss Whedon's philosophy on movies was.
Wait,
He's like, just make it dark, but make them laugh.
Part 2 ended with a joke?
No, not really. Like, just with certain scenes like that.
My
where
bad.
it's not just
Sorry.
deep shit. Like, all the time.
But so much death.
Yeah, so much death, dude. Like, this movie definitely didn't take everything word for word. Like, the whole end it with a joke.
Yeah, no.
But, oh my gosh. Like, this is where you gotta, like, you saw just the fighting. Like, you gotta see, like, George. Was it George that died or Fred?
I can't remember.
One of the twins died.
Yeah.
You get to see the freaking heartbreak of the entire family. You see Remus and Nymphadora.
Yep. Holding hands, dead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, all of this, dude, was just freaking just insane.
Did Seamus survive?
Seamus?
Yeah, I think, didn't he survive?
Yeah, he survived.
Okay.
I think most people did.
Yeah, a lot of the students survived.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who.
The way
didn't.
Bellatrix went out was awesome. Mrs. Weasley's like, hands off my daughter, you bitch.
That scene was so much better in the book. it just, I don't know. There's just something about that scene where it's just like, oh,
Was it like any of the delivery that didn't work for you, or what?
yeah. No, the delivery was fine for me.
Okay.
It was just the fight after.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like the fight after Mrs. Weasley says that
Yeah.
in the book is just, it's described as something just freaking insane. So, I mean, it worked, but I felt like it could have been better if they just put a little bit more into the fight. Because I don't really know what the hell Mrs. Weasley did to Bellatrix. She like froze her?
I guess so.
Like, I don't know what she did.
I don't know either.
So, like, just the way that they got into, like, how the fight went between the two of them was just insane. And so, yeah. Is this the one where Snape dies?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was painful to watch too.
Yeah. I felt worse for him in the books when he died versus the movie, because it just,
I'd actually have to give you that.
Him being an asshole all the time.
Yeah.
Like, the only like little redemptive thing we get to see was in Half-Blood Prince. Like, they didn't really dive into
They didn't.
how he would protect.
And it sucks because Alan Rickman was so perfectly cast as Severus that I wish that they would have given him a lot more backstory.
Yeah. And even when Harry got his memory and like looked into the past, and he like they showed, he's loved Lily, like that scene that chapter in the book was just really hard to read. It was just really
I do remember that.
It was raw. And in this, it just was very quick. And it's hard to get that emotion from like a really asshole character.
Yeah.
When you do that really quick.
I would agree.
Then Harry goes to sacrifice himself to Voldemort, which is just awesome. I love like the flipping the stones thing, where you get to see James and Lily again, and Sirius. Basically everyone who's died in his life. I think there was a lot more people that showed up when he did the stone flipping.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, I feel like there was more, but it might have just been those three.
Oh, I gotta read the books again, because I only read the books once each.
Yeah, so it's another confusing thing. Like, did he only flip it a couple times so it just brought back their ghosts? So, like, it just brought up questions for me with the story of the three brothers. Like, did he have to flip it one more time for them to actually, like, come back? Or what? And it just,
J.K. Rowling, can you answer, please?
Yeah, so... Yeah, and then you get the scene with Voldemort. And then he, like, cuts off... Or Neville is actually the one that cuts off Nagini's head.
That was awesome.
When he's being kind of dragged through by Hagrid.
I don't know about you, but, like, watching it, even when I first saw it a little bit, when Hagrid is carrying Harry's body, and you get the close-up of Harry's body, does it look awkward to you?
It does.
Does it look like it's kind of like CGI a little bit?
Not CGI.
Okay, maybe not CGI.
I think they just like, because Gleason's hands are he's like a normal sized dude.
Yeah.
He's not a giant. I feel like they just did something to make his like everything look bigger.
So yeah, it just looks like they shouldn't have done a close up. If they didn't, it would have been fine. But yeah, just that close up, like his, I don't know, with whatever they did to Gleason's body, like just made Daniel Radcliffe's body just look awkward.
It did.
Like,
yeah.
That just like always sticks out to me whenever I watch that movie.
I kind of want to watch it again.
I do
just
too.
To see that.
I do too.
Or
you could always just YouTube the clip.
Yeah.
Not recommending you do that. Watch the movie.
Yeah. Then we get the this scene with Voldemort where Harry just kind of miraculously comes back to life.
Yeah,
I feel like that scene was a lot also done a little bit better in the
agree.
book.
He just like drops out of his hands. He's like, I'm like, okay, what?
Yeah, I felt like
Because I hadn't read the books yet, so like when he did that, I'm like, wait, what the shit? Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of gets into it. I feel like there was a lot more. I don't know. I felt like it just worked better in my head while I was reading.
I completely agree. That was kind of the problem. I should have read the books before I saw the movie, because whenever I would be reading it, the movie is still playing in my head. I couldn't really replace it with my own version. It's kind of hard to.
That's something that I've always liked about my brain, that I can read something and I can have like a visual of what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
And then when I go see a movie, even if I go back and read it, I'd never think of the movie.
See, I wish I had that.
Yeah, like even if I've seen the movie first.
Yeah.
Like, because I think I've read Deathly Hallows, or I've read the entire Harry Potter series like every single year since like 9th grade.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, it might be 8th.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. And then, like, yeah, Deathly Hallows, I started reading. Like, I read that before I saw part 2.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I wasn't, like, in the moment, I'm not really comparing the two, because I feel like they're two different experiences.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I've always viewed it. I'm like, this is going to be different than the movie, or this is going to be different than the book. Yeah. So it's just kind of its own... I've put it into its like own little category.
Like The Hunger Games is the only series that I've actually read the books before I saw the movies, and I think I've told you this already. I actually prefer the movies to the books just because I don't know what it is. I don't like that the books are told in first person.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that either.
Yeah. Whereas with the Harry Potter books, I really like that it's told in third person. I really like that a lot.
Yeah. So, where are we thinking with Deathly Hallows Part 2? I think it's definitely better than the first one.
Oh, absolutely.
But is it better than Sorcerer's Stone?
Honestly, to me it is, because, I don't know, this is like the Harry Potter... Even though Order of the Phoenix is my favorite, this is the Harry Potter movie that I remember the most. Because I remember being so stoked to go see it in theaters. Like, this was when I was, like, really getting into Harry Potter... and like I even remember when it was coming out on DVD, and we like rented the Lego game years 5 through 7. Mm-hmm. So like this movie like has like a lot of sentimental value to me. So to me it's better than the Sorcerer's Stone, and it doesn't look like you're gonna give it to me.
I don't know if I can. I do think that Deathly Hallows Part 2, it definitely, like, there's some sentimental value. Mm-hmm. But as a movie, I don't know if, like, they adapted the story as well as they could have.
I feel they did I feel, when it comes to Harry Potter, I think it can be really hard to adapt it, especially the final book. And I feel the way that they adapted it, to me, I don't think they could have done a better job.
I feel like the adaptation of like to screen for the Sorcerer's Stone was better, because it's an introduction to a world versus the finishing off the end of a world, and I feel like the introduction had like a bigger impact on me than the ending, because I struggle to remember Part 2. I don't struggle that much to remember Sorcerer's Stone.
I remember both very fondly.
I remember them fondly too, but for me it feels like it takes more effort.
I see, I'm completely different. But for everything you said, I hate you, and I'd have to agree that it's not better than the Sorcerer's Stone. You're an asshole.
Okay. So that concludes this showdown, and our ranking is as follows. So number 1, Order of the Phoenix. Very happy with that one.
Me too.
Number 2, Goblet of Fire.
I think that's awesome that our favorite ones made the top 2. That's
Well,
pretty
are
cool.
you surprised?
Well, okay, but still,
These showdowns are a little biased.
just a little bit.
Prisoner of Azkaban, number 3.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Sorcerer's Stone, number 4. Deathly Hallows Part 2, number 5. Deathly Hallows Part 1, number 6. Half-Blood Prince, number 7. And Chamber of Secrets, number 8.
Poor Chamber of Secrets.
No,
No. I agree with the placement. I really do. So I can understand why it's at the bottom. I can understand.
Good, because that's where it's staying.
I know it is. Smart ass.
All right. Well, like I said, that concludes this showdown, and I think that concludes this episode.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, if you want to, or if you liked this episode and wanted to hear more of us, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, that radio.com app thing, Spotify.
Love how you say that.
Or you can check us out on YouTube. All of our content gets released there. The new fixed video will be heading your way soon-ish, Rose.
Yes, very soonish. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties to where...
Technical difficulties?
difficulties where my computer's stupid and Caleb's not. Caleb's computer is not.
Well, my computer is stupid because if I unplugged my computer right now, it would die.
Yeah, but at least yours reads a damn file.
Touche.
Yeah.
If you want to argue with us, we are on Facebook at facebook.com/The Allbros, or you can argue with us on Twitter and Instagram at The Allbros.
Did you just say Instagram?
Instagram.
Oh, I thought you said Instagram.
I might have. And our handles on there are at The Allbros. If you want to email us and get into depth how wrong we are, you can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com, or we have a form that you can fill out on our website, which is tinyurl.com/theallbros. And we hope to hear from you guys. And because I know Victor's a big fan of Harry Potter, I feel like I'm going to hear from him first.
Uh-oh.
I feel like there were some facts I got wrong.
He's gonna Avada Kedavra us so hard.
Yeah, he is. So, yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next week. We haven't fully decided that one yet.
Yeah.
But we will be back with you guys next week. So until then, this has been the Allbros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
Goodbye.
Good Lord, Rose.
Apparently Herbert can't sing.
Or Rose can't sing.
Yeah, I'll fully admit 3 years of choir for nothing. Bullshit.